This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Yesterday we have seen how to do the back office customizations. Like what? Back office customizations like creating the tabs. Okay, so creating node, subnode, all those things. Yesterday we have seen, and giving proper type names, comma, and attribute names, comma, back office label names, and so on, so on. These are all the things we have seen. Okay, so please try to understand the scenario. What I'm trying to say that yesterday we have seen how to do the back office customization, like creating tabs, creating nodes, creating subnodes, okay, giving proper names for types, attributes, back office label names, and so on, so on. Next, okay, so the next one is even sometimes, okay, so even though we have done everything correctly, even though we have done everything correctly, still we will not see, even though we have done everything correctly, still we will not see expected results. Expected results in back office. Okay, please understand this. Sometimes, so why I'm using sometimes is it depends upon the scenario. So whether you modified the label, whether you modify the text, like that. Okay, based on scenario. So even though we have done everything correctly, still we will not see expected results in the back office. Then what to do? Still we will not see expected results in the back office. Then what to do? So if you are not seeing the expected results in back office, then go to orchestration mode. So the shortcut for this is F4. Go to orchestration mode, shortcut is F4, and reset the configuration. Look at here, please. Go to the orchestration mode. So the shortcut is F4. So I am pressing the F4. So F4 means it is going to the orchestration mode. F4 means it is going to the orchestration mode. So this is also called as back office orchestration mode. It will take time here. You please wait for it. So this is called orchestration mode. Then you can click on this and reset everything and say yes. Okay. So reset everything, then say yes, then you will be good. That's it. Okay. So you can see here, basically we are trying to reset the configuration to pick the latest values, to pick the latest changes. Basically our back office is able to pick the latest changes, latest values, latest properties if you go on to reset the configuration. So therefore the scenario is what? So yesterday we have seen how to create the tabs, nodes, subnodes, attribute, give the proper names for attributes, okay, give the proper names per types, back office label names, and so on, so on. So even though we have done everything correctly, sometimes we may not see expected results. Then what to do? Go to the orchestration mode and reset everything. So that means reset the configuration. So reset everything means reset the configuration. So if you do this, then you should be fine. If you do this, then you should be fine. So it is still doing here. So as I said, this is the heavy editor. This is the heavy editor. You need to wait for it. Okay. So this is still doing. Let it complete. This is about the orchestration mode. So the next thing is that, yeah, now you can see it's done. Now if you want to come out, again press the F4. If you want to come out, then again press F4. So to come out from orchestration mode, So to come out from orchestration mode, then press again F4. Okay, press F4, that's it. Then you should be fine. Okay, then you should be fine. That's it. So this is how you can make sure what happened. Press F4, it should come out. Okay, it's coming out. So this is how we can go with this. Next, so the next point is this back office. Okay, can you see the back office URL? So if you observe the back office URL, let me log out once. So this is the back office URL. Okay, this is the back office URL. And if you observe the URL, it is having ZUL at the ending. So we have seen .html, okay, .jsp, okay, .asp like that. But this back office, these are all like front-end tools, right? So you can create the front end with HTML, JSP, ASP and all. But here it's a ZUL. Okay, ZUL pages. These are based on GCAS framework. So that means back office is created with the GCAS framework. GK means GCAS framework. So if you want to know something about the GCAS framework, you can just go and Google it here, but that's not required for now, but I will just show you. So GCAS framework. So you can see GCAS framework. You can just type GCAS framework. Now you can see GCAS framework is a leading open source Ajax mobile Java based technology. Okay, which has the rich text UI elements. Like Java we have JSPs, .NET we have ASPs. Similarly, in the GCAS framework, what we have? ZUL pages. So that's why there is one certification question. Which of the following is true for back office? Okay, so back office uses the GCAS framework. So it's a Java based. So third one, it's a JSP based. Okay, fourth one, so ZUL based or ZUL pages, JSP pages. Okay, so then fifth one, it uses the Ajax, and the sixth one is all about. Which is the correct answer? All above. Okay, so this is the wrong answer. So that's what I just told you. So in case of Java, we have JSPs. In case of .NET, we have ASPs. But here you don't have JSP. It's ZUL pages, not the JSP pages. It's the ZUL pages. So therefore, the correct answer is 1, 2, 4, 5. Is that clear? Okay. So now let's come back here. So what I'm trying to say that this back office is created with the GCAS framework and having the ZUL pages, and this back office is having collection of the widgets. So this back office is created with a collection of the widgets. What is a widget? It's a UI element basically. Back office is created with a collection of widgets. Widgets is nothing but the UI element. Now, how do I see the back office widget? Okay, widget details. Okay, so go to the orchestration mode again. So how do I see back office? So I said back office is created with a collection of widgets. Okay, how do I see a back office widget details? Then go to the orchestration mode. Press F4. F4 means orchestration mode. Press F4. F4 means orchestration mode. Now I want to see the widget details. I want to see the widget details. How do I see the back office widget details? So if you want to see the widget details, now you can see. So this is basically it's like a frames basically. So this is the main one. Within that layout, within that this one, within that this one. You can see a bunch of the things. Let me reduce the size, or let me zoom out. Then you will see the difference. Okay, now you can see. So you can see, so this is called the exploratory. So do you remember I told the name yesterday? Exploratory, and this is the border layout. Within the border layout, you have the exploratory, and within this you have saved queries. Like that, you have so many things. And you want to see that widget details, right? So you can click on this. So okay, symbolic widgets. So you can click on that symbolic widgets. Now you can see. So therefore, we have a back office main widgets. Within that, these are the things, and within that, these are the things, and within that, these are the things like this, so on, so on, so on. Now, can I say one widget is connected with another widget? Okay, one widget is connected with another widget. Can I say like that?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Or okay, one widget is connected with another widget. Now we want to see that connection details, widget connection details. We want to see that connection widget details. So how do I do that? So if you want to do that, you can see, so there is a show connections. So there is a button called here show connection. It will take time here because it's a heavy tool. It's a heavy tool, you need to wait for it. If your system is slow, then definitely it will hang. So you can see, so you can say wait for it. So therefore, what I'm trying to say that back office is created with a collection of widgets. How do I see the widgets? Go to the orchestration mode. Okay, go to orchestration mode, which is nothing but pressing F4. Which is nothing but pressing F4. Once you press F4, then you will go on to see that. Now I said the widget is connected with another widget. So I want to see that connection widget details. Now can you see? Are you guys not see? So let's say I hover on this. Okay, let's say I hover on this. Now you can see this is connected with this. This is connected with this. You can see. So this widget is connected with this. This widget is connected with this. Like this, you see all the connections. Okay, next, so every widget is having some labels, right? So you can click on show labels, it will show you the labels. And you can also see the slot IDs. So you can also see the slot IDs. Like that, you can find the information. Like that, you can find the information. So sometimes when you refer the, nodes, right? Nodes means like a SAP nodes. Then you will see this diagram here. When you see this diagram, don't think that okay, oh, there is a lot. It's just like an orchestration mode, how that particular back office widgets are connected and what kind of widgets are there. That's it, nothing more than that. That's it, nothing more than that. So therefore, the conclusion what you need, this certification question is important. Okay, this certification question is important. Other than that, the point what you need to remember is back office is created with a collection of widgets. How can I see the widgets? One widget is connected with another widget. So where can we see this connection details and also that names? Okay, so how do I see the names? Like you can see that names, all those things you can see from here. Now finally you can come out from that if you don't want. Finally, if you can come out from that if you don't want. Okay, so that's it. That is about this one. Next. Okay, so that is about this one. So the next one is, let's take some requirements. Can you see this one, please? Let's take some requirements. Requirements is, let's say I go to the, okay, let's say I go to the product. I'm taking some requirements here. Let's say I go to some product. Okay, so I go to the product. Are you guys are seeing my screen? Now, if you observe here, can you see this one, please? If you observe here, so this is called pagination, right? This pagination right now coming top. So therefore, requirement is we want to bring this to down. Okay, show down. not the top. So right now this is top. I don't want top. I want bring this to down. And you can see right now I am able to select multiple products, right? You can see right now I am able to select multiple products. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So now another requirement is we don't want multi-select. My company is saying they want only one select at a time. Okay, single select. This is one more requirement. Now this is called exploratory, right? This is called exploratory. Right now this color is there. Now I want to change the color of this. Okay, change the color. So like this we have the requirements. Like this we have the requirements. Then what to do? Is that clear? What are the requirements?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, good. So the requirements are like we don't want this in the top. We want to bring this to down. We don't want to multi-select. Okay, we want a single select, and we want to change the color of this. Like this we have. So if we have this, then solution one is you can do from back office directly. So we can do from back office orchestration mode. Orchestration mode means F4. Let's see how do we do from back office from orchestration mode. From back office from orchestration mode. F4 means orchestration mode here. Okay, so let's see how do we do from back office from orchestration mode. Can you see this one, please? I will press F4. Means I'm going to the orchestration mode. So this is the orchestration mode. So these are all not required here. Let's come out from this connection mode. Okay, so it is trying to load. You can wait for another half minute. Okay, good. I will remove this. I will remove this. I will remove this. Then it will come to normal. Okay, so now basically I want to change this and change this. Okay, you can do from back office directly. Let's see how do we do from back office directly. Okay, so now let me zoom, reduce the zoom. Okay, can you see this one, please? This is what it is. Now I want to do the change where, so in this area, I want to do the changes for this area. I want to do the changes for this area. So therefore go to that area and click on edit. So this is called, what is the name of this one here? Collection browser. So this is collection browser. And above the collection browser, what do we have? Tell me. Above the collection browser, what do we have? Advanced search, right? Advanced search. So you can see there is an advanced search here. Okay. So now let's click on the advanced search edit. Then you will see what are the different options you have for advanced search. What are the different options you have for advanced search? You can see. So there are a bunch of the options. So disable sort by. Okay, so disable this one, check boxes. Okay, so then max inline facets, like that we have bunch of the properties, so you can control that. But let's go with our requirement, then you will get some idea. Let me zoom out again. So I want to do the changes where for the collection browser, right? So go to that and click on edit. Go to that, click on edit. Now I'm just increasing the zoom so that you can see the property values. Can you see this one, please? Okay. So what is right now? This is called, what is the name of this one? Pagination. So therefore, you can go and see. Do you see something called pagination property? Okay. So page size is there. Pagination. Pagination position top is there. You can make it as bottom. Similarly, multi-select true is there, you can make it as false. Like this, you can apply the changes. Like that, there are so many properties there here. Like that, there are so many properties there, you can apply it. Like that, there are so many properties there, you can apply it. Like that, there are so many properties there, you can apply it. Now, we also want one more requirement, this exploratory changes. Exploratory, where is the exploratory? Let me reduce the zoom. So this is the exploratory. So click on the edit symbol. Okay, now look for the property. So if you see here, go down and see. Okay, now I can see widget mode, dark is there. Now I'll make it as light. So like this, you can do the changes whatever you want. Like this, you can do the changes whatever you want and come out from the orchestration mode and observe the results. You can see I deleted that dark and make it as light, right? So that's why this is coming. Now, do you see pagination is coming bottom? Okay, let me increase the zoom. Okay, now do you see that pagination is coming in the bottom?
Yes, Chenna.
Yes, and you can see now there is no multi-select. You can select only one. There is no multi-select. Earlier, you can see this kind of area is coming where you can select more than one. Now that is not there. Even you can see this checkbox is also not there now. So that means there is no multi-select. Like this, you can do the changes. Like this. Okay, so you can do the changes from Backoffice directly. Like this, you can do the changes from Backoffice directly. Like this, you can do the changes from Backoffice directly. Now let me revert the changes again. Let me revert the changes again. I'm going to the orchestration mode. Okay. So reduce the zoom. Okay, so I reduced it. Now go to the exploratory. Make it as, instead of light, you can make it as the original color, which is dark. Okay, now I want to change for the collection browser. Can you guys see this one? Okay, collection browser, and you can see we changed two things in this, right? There are so many things here. So bring this to top, multi-select true. Like this, you can apply whatever you want. And you can see this here. There are so many properties you can use it. So for example, drop enabled, false is there. Okay, hyperlinks false is there. So let's say maximum characters in cell right now 70. That means you can type 70 characters. Okay, page size 10. You can increase to 20. Like this, you have so many properties. So with these properties, you can do the changes. With these properties, you can do the changes. So therefore, the solution is this one, right? I will just put this here. Okay, so what I am saying is that like this you can do the changes. Good. Like this you can do the changes. Good. Okay, now let me come out from that. Let me come out from that and press F4 again, orchestration mode, and increase the zoom to 100%. Now this is the, again these are all coming. So like this you can explore all the options from the back office. Can you guys pay attention? So like this, okay, so you can explore other options. Okay, so therefore what is the, okay, we have a challenge with the back office. What is the, doing the changes like this works, not a problem, but what is the challenge here? What is the challenge with solution one?
Multi-node. You have multi-nodes.
Huh?
We might
What
have
is the,
multi-nodes where the reflection may not happen in the other node.
no, but the back office is in the real time, back office is only one, right? One or two. Okay, so the challenge is, let's say you have done these changes in dev system. Then the question is how to move these to other environments. So I need to move to QA, I need to move to UAT, I need to move to production, like that. So we don't have an option to move it. Then you need to go to QA, again do it. You need to go to UAT, again do it. You need to go to production, again do it. But doing in the each environment is a good practice, or moving the changes is good practice. So let's say you have done the changes in development system. Okay, so you have done the changes in the development system, and whatever you have done, you should move to other environments, right? Whatever you have done in the development system should move to other environments. But how to move these changes to other environments is a challenge. So therefore, if your requirement is moving to other environments, better to do the changes from code. So the first one is what? So the first challenge is how to move the changes to other environments. That's the first challenge. One more challenge is, okay, challenge one. So one more challenge is, let's say you have done the changes like this. After 6 months, you don't have clue what you changed, right? So that means tracking the changes is difficult. Tracking the changes is difficult. So to overcome this, okay, to overcome these challenges, go with the, to overcome these challenges, go with the solution 2. What is the solution 2? Solution 2 is do the changes from the code. So solution 2 is do the changes from the code. So if you do the changes from the code you can deploy into development, code you can deploy into QA, code you can deploy into UAT, code you can deploy into production. And as you are doing the changes in the code, obviously you will commit that code and track it easily. So both are easy if you are doing from the code. That's it. Now, so the question is how to find the code. Okay, how to find the code. So if you want to find the code, let's see what we will do. So you can take some property. So let's say max chars in cell. Okay, max chars in cell. Like this, you can take it and search in the XML file. Search in the XML file. Okay, when you search in XML file, you got 25 occurrences. So you got 25 occurrences. Let's search with a different one because it is giving more occurrences. Okay, so let's see paging position. Okay, so Paging position, PO paging position. So like this, you can search it in there. So let's see how many occurrences. Now, how many occurrences? Only 5 occurrences. Tell me then which one is easy for me to find out the nearest code. So with max char cells or paging position. Paging position, right? So now you can go and see this. So can you see this one, please? So paging position, this is not the correct one. Go to the next. Go to the next. Okay, go to the next. One second. Okay, this one page size. Okay, so you can see other attributes also. So multi-select true, page position, all these things are there, right? So back office collection, this is not the one. Back office collection, no. Let's go to the next one. What is this? Back office collection, no. Okay, so multi-selected true, you can see multi-selected true. Let me close this once. So if you come here, so you have the back office, PCM back office. Let's go to the back office. In the back office, 2 files are there. And in the PCM back office, only 1 file is there. Okay, now let's see which is the nearest one for us. So back office collaboration workflow details, back office collaboration workflow overview, widget details. Okay, so now let's see this one. Okay, can you see this one, please? Is it matching like a max car cells? Okay, multi-selector, max car cells. Do you see max car cells? So max car cells, it is showing 120. 120 is wrong, right? It should be 70. Okay, so you can take this and search with 70 and see. Search with 70 and see. Okay, so when I search with 70 also, it's coming more places. But you can see here. Yeah, can you see this one, please? Can you guys see this one? Okay, so okay, is it matching now? Can you observe this? So the first one is what? Max car cells 70. Okay, so this is 70. Then paging position. What is the paging position value? Okay, 10. So you can see page size 10. Then what is the next one? Paging position top. Paging position. Where is that paging position here? So it may be coming from different place also here. So don't think that always it's the same place. So back office paging position, why it's not there? It may be coming from different place. Okay, that's okay. Next, multi-select true is there, right? You can see multi-select true. Multi-select true, this one. Next, what else we have? Reference after object creation. Reference after object creation. So this is not here. It's coming. It may be coming from parent like that. It may be coming from parent like that. So like this, you need to find the corresponding code. Okay. So multi-select true. Page size. Okay. Basically, you need to do from this only, back office. So this is the main one. So remaining are like an overridden kind of things. Yeah, you can see these are all not related to this. Commerce back office, commerce service back office, widget.xml. No. See, these are all page size 70, all these things. These are the different purposes. So, but the one whatever we have seen is the correct one. And the remaining places, they are just massaging and using as per the requirement. Like this, you can find the corresponding code. Like this, you can find the corresponding code. Now tell me, can I change this directly? Can I, so let's say now max car cells is what, 70. I want to change it to 111. Can I do this one directly here? Can I do this one directly here? You can do that, it will work. You can do that, it will work. So you can see the collection browser here. So this is collection browser only, right? Just now we have seen. Are you guys are paying attention? Hello. So this is the collection browser. Just now we have seen. So you can see collection browser. So for collection browser, you are applying all these things. Okay, good. Now, so let's say right now this is 70. Now I want to change it to 111. Can I do this one directly here? Yes, you can do it. It will work. But is it the best practice? This is not the best practice. Then what to do? So then you need to go to your star back office extension. So you can see there is a star back office extension. In that, you can go to resources. Here also you have widget file, back office widget file. So you can see this one, back office widget.xml. So here you can create the same widgets. You can see widgets. So here also widget ID, right? So this one you can override from here. Is that clear? So that means if you see the syntax of this one, you can see in the top, it's a widgets. Within that you have bunch of the widgets. And if you want to create a new widget or override it, so copy those equivalent syntaxes and create your own here. Create your own here. That's it. Are you guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
So let's say you want to modify this. So you can copy this and so widgets. Then if you want to give some different name, if you want to override something, you can do and massage it in star backoffice extension. Star backoffice extension. That's it. So that is how you can find the corresponding code and start doing the changes for your own specific requirements. For your own specific requirements. That's it. So now you are doing the changes in this file, right? So you are doing the changes in this file. So therefore you will commit it. So once you commit it, you have an option to deploy into QA, deploy into UAT, deploy into production. So therefore this is good. Then you are committing the changes. Therefore tracking is also easy. That is the advantage of doing with the second solution. But first solution is also good one to find out what is the exact code quickly. So that means with the first solution, you can find out the code quickly, then do the changes, whatever we explained in the second solution. In the second solution, that's it. So far, any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask me, else we'll continue.
Chenna, we can make.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. If no questions, let's continue the next. So as I told you, so I said yesterday, you remember we created this node, subnode and all, right? We created this node, subnode and all yesterday. Okay, yesterday we created this node, subnode and all. If you observe here, I told this is the exploratory. Okay, so this is the explorer tree. And in this is what we created it. This is what we created. But there are so many nodes and subnodes already. Okay, so we created. So, but there are so many nodes and subnodes already. You can see, let's take the system. System is having OAuth in that, so many things are there. Can we see the code for this? So can we see this out of the box code for this? Can we see the out of the box OOTB code? So answer is yes. Let's see how do we do that. Okay, so can we see the code for this? Answer is yes. Let's see how do we do that. And how to find that exploratory IDs. Yesterday, you remember yesterday when we were coding, do you remember I told you use the user ID as is, right? And agreements ID as is. Yesterday I told you user ID as is, agreements ID as is you need to use. You cannot change it because you are adding agreement name here. This is one of the requirement from yesterday's session. So therefore now, so you need to know what is the ID for this. You need to know what is the ID for this. And so on, so on, so right. So if you want to know all those things, then what you will do is that, okay, so what you will do is that you can go to this search and you can type. So yesterday, what is the ID we have used? Anyone remember here? Or you can simply search with the widget ID equal to exploratory. So this is called exploratory, right? So you can search with the, okay, so widget ID equal to explorer RER tree. In the XML file, you can search it. So in the XML file, you can search it. So there is only one XML file. So this one. Okay, that is the exploratory. But yesterday, what is the name we have used here? At least you need to remember one name. Otherwise, you need to remember the file name, whatever I am telling. Okay, so you can remember the name or file name, whatever I am telling. So I will tell the file name. Okay, so these are what just now I told you. Okay, so you can see this is the ID for that exploratory. Okay, and so on, so on. So this is what we have seen yesterday, but now I want to show that node subnode concept, right? So let's go to the agreements, whatever we created yesterday, that agreements example. Agreements, where is that? Yeah, this, not this one. This is the agreements example, right? Yeah, how to add a new field. This is the agreements example. So in the agreements example, if you remember, so we have used these IDs. Can you see this one, please? Yeah, these IDs. HMC underscore tree node underscore user. HMC underscore tree node underscore agreement. Like that we use, right? So let's search with that. Otherwise, you can remember the file name. So HMC underscore, okay, tree node underscore user. HMC underscore tree node underscore user, you can search it. And the first one, this is our extension, so not required. So go to the platform Backoffice. So this is the file here. Can you guys see this one? If you don't remember at least one ID, then you need to remember this file name. In this file, you have all the coding. Can you guys pay attention? Can you guys pay attention? So let's go to this one. This is the exploratory, as I said. In the exploratory, first there is a home, there is an inbox, then there is a system. Let's see whether we have those. Can you see this one, please? Can you see this one, please? Okay, so you can go here, go to the, okay, can you see this one? Exploratory. Context component exploratory. Context component exploratory. And so within the exploratory, what is the first one? Home. Home is like a dashboard. Home is like a dashboard. Position is 0. Next, what do you have? Inbox. Inbox is like a inbox. Another name is workflow, right? Workflow inbox. You can see navigation node workflow inbox. Position is 1. Next, you have system. Within the system, within the what credentials and what token. So you can see this is the system. Within that subnode called what. Within that another node called what credentials, and so on, so on. So like this bunch of the code is given. Okay, like this bunch of the code is given. Now let's come to our agreement section, our user section. Okay, so user, company, all these things, right? You can see user, company, all those things, right? Let's see. Okay, can you see this one, please? User. So within the user, company, user group, employee, all those things. So company, user group, employee, customer, titles, agreements, all those things. Now I click on the agreements. When I click on the agreements, this section we added yesterday. This section we added yesterday, but this section exists, right? Can we see the code for this? This section exists. Can we see the code for this? Yes, we can see that. So therefore, agreement. So therefore, so you can go and look for the agreement. Okay, you can see agreement ID. Okay, so can you see this one, please? Two things you need to observe. Two things you need to observe. So this is a generic item. Simple search. Can you guys pay attention? So if you click on this one, this is a simple search. If you click on this one, this is a simple search. And if you click on this one, this is the advanced search. I told you, right? Are you guys are paying attention? Now I click on the agreement. So this is the simple search. Simple search will happen with what? ID. So that means when you click on this one, it is getting all the records with the ID. When you click on this one, it is getting all the records with ID. When you click on this one, it is getting all the records with the ID. So that is the meaning of simple search. That is the meaning of simple search. So therefore, simple search is happening because with the ID field. Okay, good. Now let's search it again. Now, so when I click on this one, you have advanced search, right? This is the advanced search. So this advanced search is coming because of this. You can see. So context agreement component is advanced search. So in the advanced search, what you want? Can you see this one, please? Okay, you can see. So what you want? This is the list you want. So this agreement number is nothing but the ID here. Agreement number is nothing but the ID. So then buyer, supplier, start date, end date, then catalog version. You can see. Then catalog version, comments, currency, end date, owner, all these things. End date, currency, owner, all these things. So because of, so you can see owner, PK, all these things. Because of this context, you are getting the advanced search. Because of this context, you are getting the advanced search. So therefore, tomorrow, when you want to create advanced search, what you will do? Are you guys are paying attention? So let's say you want to create a advanced search for ChennaReddyTraining table. Okay, so then use advanced search, merge by all these things, then specify the attributes, whatever you have, whatever columns you have. Like this, you can create the context for advanced search. So therefore, this advanced search is because of this. So when I click on this one, this is the simple search. When you click on this one, this is the advanced search. Then this is the list view. Now let's see the list view also. Okay, can you see this one? Context, and type is what? Agreement, and the component is the list view. So this is the list view. So in that list view, what do you want? So in this list view, agreement number means ID, buyer, supplier, start date, end date. You can see ID, buyer, supplier, start date, end date. So because of this code, you are getting the list view. Because of the previous, you are getting the advanced search. Because of the other one, you are getting the simple search. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys are there?
Yes, got it.
Okay, so the next one. So next, let's see some more code. Now let's go to the address. Okay, so when you go to the address, it is also same here. Let's observe once address. So address, address. Okay, so you can see in the user address. In the user address. Now address is having the simple search, address is having the advanced search, address is having the list view. Okay, so let's go on to search the address. Address. So this is one more thing, we'll see that. Okay. Okay. So can you see this one, please? When you click on the address and when you click on the plus symbol, can you observe this one, please? When you click on the plus symbol, so now you can see here you are entering the owner. Let me enter some owner. This is the step number 1. Okay, so this is the step number 1. Let me enter something. Okay, so this is the step number 1 and click on next. So this is the step number 2. This is the step number 2. So let's say Chenna, so RRS something. Next, click on next. This is the step number 3. So this is called wizard, address creation wizard. Address creation wizard. So now let's see where is the code for this. Address creation wizard. Let's see where is the code for this. Okay, let's see where is the code for this. First, let's go to the user. Okay, so you can see this is the advanced search code here. Okay, so let's focus on first address. Okay, so address, can you see there is a creation wizard. So this is called a creation wizard. So in the creation wizard, what is the first one, first step? So let me go back. So this is the step number 1. Okay, so in the creation wizard, step number 1. What do we have in the step number 1? Can you see this one, please? In the step number 1. So you have something, these are all things, right? So you can see shipping address, okay, billing address, contact address, shipping address, billing address, contact address, all these things. So this is the step number 1. Then in the step number 1, can you guys pay attention? In the step number 1, you have a cancel button. You can see there is a cancel button. Are you guys are seeing? There is a cancel button and you have a next button. You have a next button and you also have done button. So what to do next, I am specifying here. What to do done, I am specifying here. Done means you need to perform the save operation. Okay, done means you need to perform the save operation. Next means what? I am telling go to this step 2. Next means this is the step 2. You can see this is the step 2. Then in the step 2, what do we have? You can see this first name, last name, all these things are there. So you can see first name, last name, all these things are there. Then in the step 2, okay, in the step 2, now you can see here, please, there is a back button, next button, cancel button, done button. Okay, so there is a back button, next button, done button. So done means you need to perform the save. So back means you need to go back. Like this, you can define the actions also. Now, so let's say I click on next. When you click on the next, now it is saying gender, date of birth, company and all. So you can see step number 3, gender, company, date of birth, all these things are here. And finally, this is also having options. Go back, next, and there is no next, cancel, done. So therefore, cancel, back, done. Like this, you can create the creation wizard. Like this, you can create the creation wizard. Like this, you can create the creation wizard. That's it. Next, so now let's come to that address again. Okay, let's come to the address again. Address. Can you guys see this one, please? Address. So simple search. Okay, so address simple search is based on what? Can you guys see this one? Address simple search is based on which attributes? Okay, street name, postal code, town. So similarly, address with advanced search. Address with advanced search. So you can see what all you have: apartment number, building number, all these things. So you can see apartment number, billing address, building, all these things are there. Because of this, you are getting that. Because of this, you are getting that. Like this, you can create the wizards, advanced search, all these different functionalities, whatever you want. So therefore, if you remember this file name, it is having most of the code. Now, okay, now you can say one question. What is the question? Let's say you want to do these changes. Can I do the changes in this file directly? No, don't do the change in this file directly. Because this is a OOTB. Then where can I do the changes? If you want to do any changes, then go to your star storefront extension. Star storefront extension, go to the resources. So here it is a star backoffice config.xml. You can see star backoffice config.xml. So you can go to this and do the code changes. That's what we have done yesterday. So that's what we have done yesterday. Like this, you can start doing the code changes. Like this, you can start doing the code changes. Next, let's take one more requirement. So we have seen simple search, advanced search, list view, okay, then creation wizards, all those things, right? Now let's see one more requirement. Now you can see, can you guys see this one? So there are operators here. Okay, so that means the comments is having these operators. Okay, like this we have different operators, right? So you can see first name, last name, okay, email, gender, like this owner, phone number. Like this we have so many operators. So let's say you want to create one more operator. Okay, you want to create one more operator, or so here phone number is what something, you want to put one more operator in this list. Is that clear? Okay, so you want to put one more operator in this list. So right now these are the operators for the phone number. You want one more. So if you want one more, let's see the corresponding code. Let's say okay, so let's search this in the Java file. Oh, that spelling is wrong here. Greater or equal. Sorry. Greater or equal. Equal. No. So let's see some operator.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now the requirement is what we want. So in this list, you want to keep one more or you want to delete one. Okay, so basically these are all different categories here. String category operators, date category operators, object category operators, like that. So if you see here, phone number, okay, if it is a number, like a integer category operators, string category operators. So let's say example, okay, string category operators. For string category operators, can I use greater than here? For string category operators, can I use, let's say you have a string text. For a text, can I use greater than? Can I use greater than for text? Let's say comments is there, right? For comments, comments means text. For comments, can I use greater than?
No.
No. So that's why you can see there is no greater than here. So that means these operators are categorized based on the data. If string, then these are the operators. If integers, these are the operators. If date, these are the operators. Okay, if it is a date, can I select the range? Let's see if there is any date here. Okay, so time. So you can see creation time. You can see creation time means you are getting a date greater than or equal to, less than, like that. These are the operators. So like this, based on the type of the data, we are deciding the operators. Based on the type of the data, we are deciding the operators. Now, where are those? You can see those here. Okay, you can see this one here. Can you see this one, please? So in the advanced search, literal. So if it is a literal, these are all allowed operators. If it is a legal, logical means what? So equal, unequal, these are all the things. Numeric. Okay, numeric means, that's what I told just now. So numeric means in this, which is the numeric, PK is the numeric, right? PK is the numeric. So that's why in the numeric, what do you have? You can see. So equals, greater than or equal, less than or equal to, and all. So you can see equals, greater than or equal, less than or equal to, and all. So let's say if your company decided for numerics, you don't want this one, then you can delete this. Let's say for numeric, they want to add one more, you can add here. And can I do this change directly here? So if you do the change directly here, it will work. But doing this here directly is not a good practice because it's a standard extension. So you need to go to the star Backoffice extension and do the changes there. So like this, you have reference. Reference means kind of an object. Equals, is empty, not empty, and all. And date. You can see for a date, what are there? You can see just now we have seen the date, right? Creation time. Okay, so you can see what are the operators for date. Okay, so you can see equals, greater than or equal, less than, and all. So that's what you have defined here. And these date type, wherever you use these, you get the operators automatically. The moment you use the data type, these operators will come automatically. Is that clear? Okay, the moment you use the date type, this will come automatically. The moment you use the reference, this will come automatically. The moment you use the numeric, this will come automatically. So logical, and logical means what? So like a equal, empty, and all. Okay, then if you are using literals, then these kind of operators will come automatically. Like this, you have different bunch of the code is given. So therefore, the nutshell is whenever you want to do some back office customization going forward, so look for the existing code how it is given. Look for the existing code how it is given. From that, you can pick the piece of the code and start doing the changes. Start doing the changes. That's it. Now, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask. Else, we'll continue the next topic.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So the next one is from last couple of days, from last few days. Okay, from last few days. So we have done the data model changes. From last few days, we have done the data model changes. So that means, so we created types or columns or modified. Okay, so created types. Okay, so created columns or modified columns, created relations and all. Okay, so created relations like that. So from last couple of days, these are the things we have done. Okay, so therefore, from last few days, we have done the data model changes like creating types. Types means you can also say tables. Okay, creating columns, modifying the columns, creating a relation, and so on, so on, so. So therefore, whenever we do data model changes, okay, so what are the steps we are doing? We are performing the build. So whenever we do the data model changes, what steps we are doing? So therefore, step number 1, build. Okay, step number 2, start the server. Okay, step number 3, go to HAC and perform the update, right? Go to HAC and perform the update, yes or no? Okay, now when you perform HAC update, can you guys see this one? So let me go to HAC now. I'm just going to the HAC. Okay, admin 1234. This is the password we have given during the installation. This is the password we have given during the installation. So then what we are doing, we are going to the platform update. We are going to the platform update and clicking on update. So now this you can perform in 3 ways. This HAC update you can perform in 3 ways. Can you see this one, please? Simply click on. Are you guys are paying attention? Okay, so simply click on update. This is solution 1. So that means you will have this bunch of the options. You will have this bunch of the options and simply click on update. So this is the solution 1. What is this meaning? You need to understand now. Solution 1 is simply click on option 1 or update. So this is the solution 1. Next, solution 2 is, okay, solution 2 is, can you see this one, please? Okay, you can unselect this. Okay, you can unselect this and perform the update. What does it mean? I will tell you. You can unselect this and perform the update. So what does that mean? I will tell you. Next, this is the solution 2 or option 2. So we need to understand what is this meanings. Next, solution 3 is, Okay, so you can select this. And also, so tell me, so there are so many extensions here, right? There are so many extensions here. Then generally we do the changes in which extension? Generally we do the data model changes in which extension? Data model changes in which extension? Star 4 extension. So therefore you can see ChennaReddyTraining. Okay, so you can see this one is ChennaReddyTraining core extension. You can select this, and the default it is yes. Okay, so the default is yes. I'll put that first. We'll discuss. So you can select this and do the update. This is the solution 3. Okay, can you guys see this one, please? This is the solution 3. So what is the meaning of these 3? We need to understand now, because in the real time this is very important. Okay, first one is what? So you go to HAC. You go to HAC and simply click on update and click on update. Don't worry about anything else. If you simply click on update, what happens? Okay, if you simply click on update, what happens? So first thing, if you simply click on update, what happens? First thing, okay, so it checks, okay, it checks either a data model change in this extension, in this extension, in this extension, like that. It checks the data model changes for all the extensions. Okay, so check for the data model changes in all extensions. So that's the first thing it will do. It will check the data model changes in all the extensions. That's the first thing it will do. Next, second thing is you can see there is a create essential data. Create essential data. What is the meaning of create essential data? So like a languages, currencies, okay, titles, all these things. So it will create the essential data. Now tell me, in the real time, do you create these languages, currencies, titles every time? So you can see the essential data here. If you want to see, you can see what is the essential data. So you can go to that data star data folder. Sorry, ChennaReddyTraining. We'll understand these folders from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so you can see here. So you can go to this, go to the resources. Okay, go here, import. So core data. In that, so there is a common data and the sample data. So basically essential data. So the meaning of the essential data is, can you guys pay attention? So like every website will have languages, currencies, all those things, right? Those. Now tell me, in the real time, do we need to create this essential data every time?
No.
Do we need to create this essential data every time?
No, Chenna.
Yes, that's not required in the real time, every time. So that's why, so don't do the first option. Generally, we don't do in the real time. Okay, so then what is the second option? Second option is what? You can deselect this essential data. That means don't create that essential data. You can deselect this essential data. So that means don't select this, it will not execute the essential data. So that means, so what this will do, so it check for the data model changes in all the extensions, that's it. No essential data. This is at least good. Okay, this is at least good. It's okay solution. It's kind of a okay solution, orange. But still we have a better option. So why we need to check the data model changes, all the extensions here? Can I only focus on this extension? Because we are doing the data model changes in the core extension. So that's why what you can do is that you can select update running system, create localized, and select your extension. Select your extension. So the moment you select your extension, what this solution will do, it will check for the data model changes. Check for the data model changes in star core extension. This is a good option. That's why green color. This is a good option. That's why green color. Okay. Now, so if you see here, one more thing here, problem. Can you observe this one, please? So you can go to the Chenna. So let's say I selected this. So when I selected this, you can see import users and groups by default, yes. Do I need to import users and groups every time? Do I need to import users and groups every time here?
No, not required. We might have modified also.
Okay, so every time not required, right? Why do we need every time? So therefore, is it good to make default no here? Is it good to make default no? Okay, so every time, so we don't import. Okay, every time, so we don't import users and groups. That's clear. Now, is it good to have default value equal to no? Is it good to have default value no?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes. Then let's see how do we make this default value to no. Now let's see how to make the default value to no. How to make default value equal to no. So if you want to make default value to no, so what you can do is that you can copy this. You can copy this and go and search in the code. In the Java file, you can search it. In the Java file, you can search it. When you search in the Java file, you can see, okay, so there is ChennaReddyTraining core extension. In that, so you can see parameters and it is true right now. So this you can make it as false, or this you can make it as false. False means no. That's it. That's it. Okay, so this you can make it as false, then you are all set. This you can make it as false, then you are all set. Is that clear? Next, one more thing is that, can you guys pay attention? Can you guys pay attention? So if you make this as a false, then here no will be there by default. Next, so you want to create one more here. So let's say you have some more data. Let's say you have some more data and you want to create one more option here. So let's say you want to create one more option here. So let's say import ChennaReddy's data. Okay, so import chroma site data. Again, you want a yes or no option. So this is, you want to add one more here. Are you guys are paying attention? So this is importing users and groups. Similarly, you have some chroma data here, chroma product data, chroma price data, something. You want to import it and you want to have that option. If you want to have that option, then what you can do? So you can go and create one more option here. So it's a list, right? So you can go and create one more option. Okay, so you can say import chroma data and give the name import chroma data, like that you can give the name and say true or false. say true or false. Now you can see how this meaning is defined, access rights, right? So you can go on to see how they have defined this particular thing. Okay, so you can go to this constant. This is the one, access rights. So here they mentioned what data should be imported. Similarly, you can mention what data you have for your chroma. Like this, you can also create one more option if you want and specify your data in that. So data means impexes. I already told you data means impex. So anyway, we'll study the impex in the next week. But for now, this is how you can introduce the new options in HAC. So this is also called as HAC customizations. HAC customizations. Those are all you can do from core system setup.java. Core system setup.java. Core system setup.java. This we will cover one more time during the impex. This we'll cover one more time during the impacts, but at least for this perspective, this yes or no perspective, this is the right time to introduce. That's it. So this is how you can control the options and introduce the new options in the HAC. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Any questions?
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So if no questions, then so the next important topic is, okay, so the next topic is layers. Please remember this, for development time, for development people, layers are like a heart of the coding. Okay, layers are heart of the coding. Like however we spend the time to understand the data modeling. As I mentioned, we have two big topics. One is layers, one is data modeling. Now we finish the data modeling. The next one is layers. So this is again a big concept, around 10 hours. Okay, so now if you see here, what exactly the meaning of layers is, so after installation, okay, after installation, you can see we are getting 7 extensions, right? Each extension is having its own purpose. Each extension is having its own purpose. In each extension, we write the specific code. Now it's time to understand what is the purpose of this extension, or what is the purpose of this each extension, what kind of code we write in the each extension, and so on, so on. So this tells the Hybris coding style, and so on, so on. So okay, so therefore till now we understand the two things, right? So what is the purpose of star core extension? What is the purpose of star core extension? We understand this, right? Star core extension. This is where we have the data model changes. So that means creating a table, creating a column, okay, modifying the column, all these things we have done in this star core extension. Then what is the purpose of star backoffice extension? This also we have seen. So let's say you want to create a new tab, new table, okay, new type, node, subnode, okay. Then you want to do some changes, advanced search, all these things, then you will do in the star backoffice extension. Similarly, okay, we have some more extensions here, okay. So there is a storefront extension. Storefront extension means what? So let's say this is what our website, right? This website is having lots of the UI. All the UI will be written in this. Then this website is having lots of data, right? All the data is available in this. Then this website is having lots of business logic. Business logic is available in this. Then after placing the order, fulfillment happens, right? Fulfillment is available in this. Then as part of your website, you do some testing, right? Like you write the test scripts, performance test scripts, load test scripts, like that. So those you can keep here. That is the purpose of each extension. We'll go through in detail on this, but at a high level, this is the introduction. So all the back office changes we'll do here. all the data model changes we do here, and the services also we do here, and all the UI logic we do here. All the data is available in this. After placing the order, fulfillment logic is available in this. For this website, we have the bunch of the business logic that is available here. Then for this website, we may write some test scripts, performance test scripts, load test scripts, or some other test scripts. Those kind of things you can do here. Along with this, some other companies may have some more extensions. So right now I said what? Data model changes, services you can keep here, right? Some companies data model changes they will keep here, and for services they create one more extension. That is also possible. We will go in detail on this tomorrow with a concept called layers. That's all for today. If you have any questions, you can ask, else we will continue tomorrow.